This is the Not So Perfect Cooking Show. You're welcome. My sister just gave this to me, and the recipe this is the recipe I'm using. And I did notice that it says 4 tablespoons of butter. Now, if you look at the recipe, there's no place that they say to use the 4 tablespoons of butter. Now, I'm assuming you put some oats and some butter and a little bit of sugar and you put that on as the topping, but that's not what it tells you. It just gives you the recipe. Doesn't tell you what size pan, and it doesn't tell you what to do with the butter. I also did not have any peaches. I only had a can of peaches that had a lot of liquid, so I'm trying to boil down the liquid a little bit and get it a little caramelized. Hopefully not burn it. And then it doesn't tell you what pan to use. And all my pans are either too big or too small, so I just kind of guess at how to put it in there. It doesn't fill up the whole pan, so I just kind of made my own thing going on here. And yeah, so I put some of the butter in the mix, and I put some of the butter in there. I only used a cup. It says to use 1 cup of flour, 2 cups of sugar, 1 cup in the flour, 1 cup in there. I did not use that much. I modified it. And then it says to use 1 tablespoon of baking powder, which also seemed like a lot, so I used just a little under that. And yeah, so that is already heated up, but as you can tell, I'm a little delayed. So I'm gonna go try to make sure. Oops, uh-oh, that's not a good sign. I think I'm burning it. Whoops. Okay, gotta go, I'll be back. Don't judge me. So there you go. It does, don't tell anybody, but it does taste a little burnt on the peaches, unfortunately. I threw a little extra sugar on there, hopefully. That helps. Yeah, just a little bit. So anyway, now I'm going to cut all of this off of here, and I'll be right back. Yeah, that ain't pretty. Does anybody know how to get burnt peaches off of a stainless steel pot? Ugh. Ooh, and it smells like eggs. I think I forgot to throw out my eggshells this morning when I made breakfast. I don't know if it's the procedure that I'm doing with the TMS, but yeah, I think it's affecting my brain because I'm kind of exhausted from it, but also a little loopy and a little agitated. So I can tell you for sure, because I had a meltdown today, that it does not fix PTSD, at least not where they're targeting my brain at the moment. And there's no approval to use it for PTSD. So, you know, if at least maybe I'll have the PTSD, but I won't have the depression every time I have a meltdown. I don't know. Anyway, so there you go. I gotta soak that so I can get that off of there. Okay, I'll be back. So there is 12 minutes left, but I'm pretty sure that that's done. So it looks actually kind of good. So I'm going in for the count. I'm gonna pull this out. Don't want to burn it, so I'm trying to be careful. I don't have any toothpicks. My son used them all. So I'm just poking it. It's coming up pretty clean. Oh yeah, that baby's done. What do you guys think? That looks good, actually. Let me pull this out. Oh yeah, that actually looks really good. Okay, well, we're going to let that sit for a little while, and in the meantime, I'm going to throw in some bratwurst for dinner. So I did say bratwurst, but you know, it's not real bratwurst. I mean, you know, it's more like a cheese dog. But anyway, you got to spray it with Pam or something similar so that it doesn't stick to this. But I've got 9 minutes left. I'm going to crank that up to probably 12, 13, and then I'm going to throw these frozen dogs on there and put that in there for that amount of time, and then I will be back. These actually cook fairly well on there, so not really worried about that not happening. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave it on the lower level, and that way it's nice and heated up for these because they're frozen. And then we'll just, actually I think I'll turn that up to maybe 16 minutes. Boop boop. And then there you go. We'll just have to wait. So I'm throwing a little broiler heat on there, which is this setting right here. You can't see it. Yeah, that's the broiler, so I can get, you know, some bubbles going and a little nice burn on the skin. Hopefully not too much. And then I'll have to go get some ice cream for the peach cobbler, so it'll at least drown that out a little bit. Don't judge me, man. I'm doing the best I can. And I'm always cooking in a hurry. The house is a mess right now because, you know, depression and all that. So anyway, so they're cooking and they'll be done. So I did those on, I think, 375. Probably should have turned it up to 425, and I had to add some extra minutes, so about 20 minutes at 375. And it cooked them, but it didn't put any, you know, browning on the skin. So I stuck the broiler on, which I'm doing now. So now I will see you guys later, and happy cooking if you have one of these ovens. Did I mention they tasted burnt? Whatever you do, don't put your reduction burner on full blast, and you won't burn your peaches. Gandalf, what are you doing? Are you trying to get in there? What? He'll be out in a minute. You just have to wait, Bubba.